Hey, friends, how you doing? YouTube channel? I don't know what videos this is. Maybe video 6 or so? This is still the April challenge. So what we've done so far was basically try to find a small product that was going to make us money in the month of April. And we found that product. We did pretty good. And toward the end of the week, we're going to give you the breakdown on what the real numbers are, and whether or not it's worth making woodworking a livelihood, or can you really expect to make any money doing this with smalls? Now in May, we're going to do a pivot to medium-sized projects. They're still kind of small, but we're going to do mediums. But that way you get an idea of what's the difference between the small stuff and the big stuff. The time involved, the price points, the demand, analysis of my products, but also looking at what your individual products might be like. So let's take a look at what I've been doing for the pivot, and I'm going to show you real quick. So let's do that. So over here we have a series of boards, scraps, from various projects, and they're all roughly 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more in thickness. And I think they're only about 14, grab a tape on there. Yeah, we got 14 to maybe 17 or 18 inches. Not much. But the golden triangle rule, or golden rectangle rule, for something that big, so you take the 14 and you multiply that by 1.618. And that's going to give you a desirable look. And that's going to give us roughly, well, we got 14 to 16 inches by 26 inches here. So that's going to be pretty good. Now what we can do here, we're going to be able to basically make anything we want out of this panel. So what we're going to be doing is making different state configurations, or animals, insects, and they're going to have a backdrop. So we're going to be working on that. And earlier today and yesterday, I did another 3 panels. This one's really thin. It's only about 3/8 of an inch. It's pallet wood, and it's from poplar, I believe. And then another 3/4 inch thick panel I glued up, and one more. It might be only 1/2 an inch. This guy. So that's not too good. All right, now I want to introduce you to the CNC. I told you I'd do that. And so basically what we have here is a Shapeoko. This is an older version. It's I think it's a 3XL or maybe a 4XL. It's not that big, but basically we're running a router on it. Let's this doohickey here. It has this beam, all right, and it's got a couple rails on it. One's over there, another rail's over there, and you get to bed. So basically what the router does, it lowers down and machines whatever you want to do. A lot of y'all know what this is, so I'm not going to get into the crazies. What I was doing was machining some of my stars, like this one here, by hand. So I'd use a jigsaw, I'd cut this out. It'll take a little bit of time, but it actually goes pretty quick. Then just sand it down from 60 grit, and then down to 120, and be done. All right, but I didn't do anything fancy on it. It takes time. This one here I did on the CNC, as well as a few others today. Nothing crazy. This one's got a nice tapered look to it. I kind of like that. You know, narrow neck and a wide tail. This one's not quite as tapered, but it looks pretty good. Got a bit of a shadow there, sorry about that. But yeah, they're 16 to 18 inches long. They're going to retail sell for, I'm going to start at $5, and I can get $10 for the cherry one, for example. That's kind of neat. But we have a whole bunch down there. So basically we have a lot of inventory that we built up. We had some good sales. I got to tell you that. We had some really good sales. So we went crazy and made a whole bunch more arrows. But the last 3 days, we've got basically no sales. And that's the issue with only running one product at a time. I'm going to turn this around so you can see me. I'll give you a quick little walkthrough. This is my collective table. Basically, it's junk, scraps, offcuts, plywood, potential projects. We have some more potential projects with the lumber, oak. I think you've seen that. More arrow blanks, but I'm going to hold off on that until I get more sales. My nemesis, my freaking chop saw. I hate the dust collection. Well, that's because I don't have any dust collection. This is my little R2D2 down here. It's a 5-gallon shop vac from Harbor Freight. It works good for little cleanups, but my bigger ones, they keep burning out. I've had Craftsman and all sorts of stuff. They just keep burning out. Just tools of the trade. Heat is always nice. And that is it for the main shop. You know, the outside shop, I think I've shown you that. I'll take 5 seconds and show you that real quick. It's in there. Yeah. Where we got my planer. This is the other half of my shop. I haven't finished it off because I don't have the money. Just honesty. Now someday we'll get it fixed up. But in the meantime, we got the drill press, the sander. This is my sanding station. You've probably seen this in a couple of videos. I'm going through the scrap pile, trying to get rid of all that. And what we're doing is, in my transition, we're transitioning into fencing boards, as well as plywood. So fencing boards, for example, this guy here, they come in a little more than 6 feet, buy them at Lowe's. They're pressure treated. This one's been used already because I already sold a bunch of them. Then all I'm going to be going to is 1/2-inch plywood. Now the 1/2-inch plywood's not very thick. There's my thickness gauge right there. You can tell. But basically, you still have some pretty good surface area. And for what I'm going to be looking at, I'm going to be utilizing this material going forward for the month of May. And we'll get into more project stuff later. But that's about it. Just want to give you a quick update. And I do appreciate you stopping by. And if I haven't asked for you lately, but hey, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comments are great. People like to feed off of that. I like to feed off of that. So if I can know that you're commenting, which I'm still trying to figure out how to figure that out, we'll go ahead and do more. But that just give you a quick update on what sort of projects are going through, where the sales are at. Again, the sales aren't great. I think it's only like $1,000 so far this month, just running shorts. So the next aspect is to show you that if you can take a part of that income, I normally use the 80-20 rule. We'll get into this maybe later. But 80% of what you earn, you keep for taxes and you keep for household expenses and whatnot. Then the other 20% you can spend on capital. So whether that be sandpaper, the electric bill, the internet, things of that sort. Things that actually cost you to run your business. So the 80-20 rule this month, if we kept it at $1,000 right now, then I got $200 that I can spend for next month. So that would mean some more pickets and plywood. Try to steer away from the pallet wood because it's very labor intensive, and I probably spend more time doing that than actually making projects, breaking them down, working them up so that they're actually workable pieces of wood. So with that said, we're going to be shifting into something a little bit better, brings in more profit in the month of May. That would be more picket fences, picket fence material. It's pressure treated. It's not cedar. It's only $2 a picket, I think, maybe a little bit more. And then the plywood. Plywood, it varies. It could be like 30 or 40 bucks a sheet for a 4x8. But I have some ideas what I want to do with that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, just about 10 minutes or so. I thank you for your time. Again, please subscribe. The next video is coming shortly, but I just want to get this out and you say, hey, hey. All right, thank you very much. And till next time, I bid you adieu. Adios.